A missing door plug that could be key to the investigation into what caused it to detach from a plane mid-flight Friday has been found in the backyard of a Portland, Oregon area resident, officials said Sunday. After the end of a news conference in which National Transportation Safety Board Chair Jennifer Homendy laid out the probe's status, she returned to give a piece of positive news. "I'm excited to announce that we found the door plug," she said. Identifying the resident who sent 2 photos of the item to the NTSB only as Bob, a schoolteacher, she said, "Thank you, Bob. We're going to go pick that up and make sure that we begin analyzing it," Homendy said. At the end of the first full day of the NTSB investigation into the accident on board Alaska Airlines Flight 1282, the agency's chair indicated that some factors were complicating the probe. The plane's cockpit voice recorder's record of the event was inadvertently taped over, and, at the time, the door plug had not been found. "That is unfortunately a loss for us," Homendy said, lamenting the loss of voice data and sounding frustrated during a news conference Sunday night. "That is a loss for safety." Homendy supports expanding the minimum time recorded on the devices from 2 hours to 25 hours. Such a time span would have saved the cockpit voice data from Friday's accident. She said the device from Friday's flight automatically recorded over the pertinent voice data because someone failed to power it down. "It starts a fresh recording, wiping out the last one, every 2 hours. The circuit breaker was not pulled," Homendy said. She described chaos and communication issues on board the Boeing 737 MAX 9 as flight crew reported hearing a loud noise and the cabin rapidly depressurized Friday evening over the Portland area. "They heard a bang," she said. "The plane's first officer lost her headset in the depressurization, and the captain had headset problems, as well," Homendy said. "So they turned on a speaker for communication," she said. "Communication was a serious issue," Homendy said. At the same time, the cockpit door opened violently, and a laminated emergency checklist pilots use in just such a situation flew out, the chair said. "It did blew open during the explosive decompression," Homendy said of the cockpit door. "The pilots turned to another reference guide, a handbook," she said, as a flight attendant took 3 tries to shut the cockpit door. "The actions of the flight crew were really incredible," Homendy said. "It was very violent when the door was expelled out of the plane. There was a lot going on." Homendy said the situation could have been far more dire had the plane been at cruising altitude, about 35,000 feet. Earlier Sunday she spoke to NBC News about task ahead for NTSB investigators and said the stakes are high.